I love Ridin Durty Radio. Like that, once again, it's on.
And just like that, once again, it's on. What's up, world? It's your boy Vic XL, and this is the Ridin Durty Show. We bring you nothing but unadulterated hip hop and talk and everyday life. That's right, hip hop talk, everyday life. I like to say beats, rhymes, hip hop talk, everyday life. And we're giving you what you need when you need it, and we're giving you several doses during the week. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I know me, myself personally, I love to hear about hip-hop more than once a week. I love to hear what's going on in the world more than once a week. And I like coming to you people and talking to you about these things more than once a week. So, with that being said, it's your boy Vic XL, the Ridin Durty Show, the Ridin Durty Experience, and let's get into it because we got a few things to talk about before I bring my guests on. All right, first things first, let's say, get out from in front of your TV. Because right now, if you're watching the NBA All-Star Game, it's kind of whack. I've been watching it, and I switched over to the Silk Unsung because the NBA, I don't know, man. I have this thing about All-Star games that they really don't intrigue me anymore, whether it's the NBA, whether it's NFL, whether it's baseball. It's just something about these All-Star games that are just not doing it for me. I don't know if it's the lack of defense. I don't know what it is, man, but it's just something about the All-Star games that make me feel like they're not so all-stars. I mean, I get to see all the players play, which is cool and dope, but the lack of defense, I don't know, it's just uninteresting to me. I think by the time I turned 18 years old, I just kind of fell out of it with All-Star games. I don't know. Right now, when I last checked, it was 140, 139, third quarter. They might hit 200 points. Ain't nobody playing no defense. I mean, it's just not working for me. But, you know, one time for everybody watching the NBA All-Stars, one time for Team LeBron, one time for Team Steph. I heard they've done it different this year. They let the top two vote getters pick the players they want on their team instead of doing East versus West because last year they got an all-time low when it comes to ratings. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, maybe they should say something within itself that people are not watching it. People just not watching it. I don't know. So Team LeBron, Team Steph, 139, 140. Team LeBron was up. The dunk contest is whack. I don't know, man. Pretty soon it might not be an All-Star game. It's just not moving me, and it seems like it's not moving the ratings and people that are watching it because they're turning their TV off. But you know, I did see a very interesting documentary on Silk. Another group, Silk, the 5-man group Silk, who brought you songs like Freak Me Baby, Meeting in My Bedroom. There's a dope unsung on them, so if you get a chance to check it out. And also, I just watched a uncensored on, I'm probably going to say her name wrong, Tiffany Haddish, the girl from Girl Talk, who definitely stole the show in the movie Girls Trip. And she has a very, very, very dope, and I say dope, uncensored on TV One. So if you get a chance, check that out. Man, her story made me tear up. It made me tear up. I didn't know she was in and out of foster homes. I didn't know what had happened to her mom. But it was a very interesting Very interesting story. In lieu of Black History Month, I want to tell y'all about this real quick. One time for Daryl, aka Bubba Wallace, the first African American NASCAR driver, and my man placed runner-up in the Daytona 500 today. So if you're into NASCAR, or if you're just into African American history and African American culture, one time for my man Bubba Wallace, he runner-up, man. He didn't win, but runner-up, and that's awesome. First ever full-time African American NASCAR driver. So hats off to Mr. Bubba Wallace. They'll be in Atlanta next week, and hopefully he'll bring that thing home. Celebrity birthdays, real quick. Today is February the 18th, Sunday, February the 18th. I'd like to say happy birthday to the legendary producer / rapper / actor, Mr. Dr. Dre. He turns 53 years old today. I also want to say happy birthday to Pittsburgh Steelers running back, Le'Veon Bell. He's working on a brand new contract. He turns 26 years old today. And he also has a crush on SZA. So, hey, man, maybe hopefully you got SZA for your birthday. I also want to say happy birthday to Joel Santana. He turns 36 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to incarcerated rapper Rondo Number 9. If you're familiar with the Chicago drill movement or the Chicago drill scene, Rondo Number 9 turns 21 years old today. Unfortunately, he is serving a 40-year sentence, so he's not free to celebrate his birthday. So he probably don't hear me saying it, but happy birthday to you, and hold your head and don't drop the soap. Also want to say happy birthday to battle rapper and MC Dumbfounded. He turns 32 years old today. And I want to say happy birthday to Atlanta MC and photographer Journey Brave. And happy birthday to member of the legendary group 2 Live Crew, my man Brother Marquis, turns 39 years old today. So if you know any of these people and you get a chance, definitely wish them happy birthday. If you follow them on social media, wish them happy birthday and let them know you heard it on the Ridin Durty Show. Now, speaking of the Ridin Durty Show, each and every episode of this very show that you're either watching live on Facebook Live or listening on Blogtalk, or whether you go back and listen to it on WRFG or any of our streaming avenues, each every episode is brought to you by the good people over at Dr. Juice Cleanse. That's right, Dr. Juice Cleanse is a all-natural cleanser, a minority-based all-natural cleanser, and it promises you, and listen to me very close, Dr. Juice Cleanse promises that you can lose up to 25 pounds. That's right, up to 25 pounds in just 10 days. All you got to do is follow their very simple steps to health. Follow their simple steps to health, and you can lose up to 25 pounds in 10 days. Now, not only does Dr. Juice Cleanse help you lose weight, but they also provide stress relief. It also slows down the aging process. It also helps remove toxins and things in your body that don't need to be there. I always like to say Dr. Juice Cleanse is like a oil change for your body. Now, if you're into cars, or if you have a car, and you know that it's very important to get the oil change in your car, well, guess what? It's also very important to change the oil in your body. And what I mean by that, by taking care of your body and eliminating the stuff out of your body that don't need to be there. But you know what? I can talk for this whole 30-minute show telling you about Dr. Juice Cleanse, but if I talk and tell you about it, then you won't need to go over to drjuicecleanse.com and find out about the product and hopefully order you some. So I strongly suggest go over to drjuicecleanse.com right now, find out about the product and order you some, and tell them the Ridin Durty Show sent you. All right. Now, before I bring on my guest, I got to talk about this because, again, in lieu of Black History Month, we have a movie that has shattered, and when I say shattered, I mean shattered the box office numbers for the weekend. One time for Black Panther, they say Saturday or Friday, Black Panther made over 60 million. Saturday made over 50 million. And I think today it's going to make another 50 million. 3 days. So I want to say one time for everybody who had a chance to go out and see Black Panther, everybody who's not waiting to fire stick it, everybody who's not going to get the bootleg. One time for everybody who has supported the Black Panther movie. Number one, I'm going to be honest, I'm a fan of Black Panther, number one, because when I was growing up, I was in the comics, but I did not realize there was African American heroes. I know about Superman, Batman. The first one I found out was about Luke Cage, and Luke Cage actually had a series on Netflix. And then I found out about Black Falcon, Black Panther. Well, Black Panther is now on the screen, and it's doing numbers. So if you get a chance, go out and support the movie. That's all I'm saying. Go out and support the movie if you get a chance. All right? Don't fire stick it. Don't bootleg it. Support it. Okay? And one time for my city, Griffin, Georgia, because scenes from the movie was shot in my city. So definitely one time for Griffin, Georgia, for definitely doing that thing and somehow figuring out how to get their ass up in the movie. One time for Griffin, Georgia. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with no further ado, because you know I will talk to you all night, the entire 30-minute show, I will talk to you. But I'm not going to talk to you all night because I have a guest. I've been playing this song for every episode for the past 2 weeks, and I love this song, so I finally got a chance to get this gentleman on the line. I've definitely heard of his music over the past few years. I had a chance to play a couple songs on WRFG on the 3 a.m. show. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with no further ado, I'd like to welcome to the Ridin Durty show, Mr. SelfXplanatory. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing good. What's going on with you?
Man, I am doing good. Just got through watching a very interesting story on the comedian Tiffany Haddish. I'm probably saying her name wrong. And I also just watched a good documentary on the R&B group Silk. So I'm having a great night. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing good myself over here, brother. Just handling business, working on things up late. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, it's not super late.
I had a tendency to work on projects or music at night.
Okay, you know what? I've heard a lot of artists, a lot of MCs prefer to work on their craft at night. Tell me why.
Why? I don't know. For me, it's just like I go off of like doing different activities based on, you know, my body clock on what I feel at that time. And for me, that's just the appropriate time for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not really it's not really something that I've ever done for whatever odd reason in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? I'm usually up during the wee hours, 2, 3, 1, 4, 5 in the morning. So that just happens to be my natural body clock.
Okay, I can dig it. So what? You know what? Let's rewind for a second. Let's take it back to the beginning of Mr. Self-Explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
Let everybody know where you're from.
Yeah. I'm from Alabama.
Ooh, Roll Tide?
Always Roll Tide. I'm from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? A little small country town known called Hazel Green. So it's real small, but it's in northern Alabama. But I've been living here in Georgia off and on since 1994.
Okay.
But now I've been here permanently for a while now, for some years. Mm-hmm.
All right, so what was it like growing up in Alabama, and what was your introduction to hip-hop?
My introduction to hip-hop was listening to, just loving the music, you know, listening to a lot of the old school stuff from back in the day. You know, I grew up on with just being around it, you know what I mean? Older brothers and everybody was always around it. But as far as me actually writing, my older brothers are the ones that got me into it. You know, they was all sitting around writing one day. We was in, where were we at over there? They were going to Clark, Atlanta at the time. And they stayed in a little apartment on that side of town. And they was all writing one night, and I was just looking at them. They was like, you go pick up a pen or something? And I was like, I don't know what the hell y'all doing. They told me, like, you know, rhyme this way, this how you rhyme, something with this syllable, that syllable. And I wrote something, and that was it. They was like, oh, you know, oh, you don't. And I was like, oh, sure. So I started from there and just kept on writing. I just enjoyed writing, you know what I'm saying? And from that point, I just fell in love with it, pretty much.
All right, please tell me the origin of the name. And has that always been your original MC name?
Oh, yeah, Self-Explanatory has been. I created Self-Explanatory with my cousin Brainstorm back in 1997. So it's been a minute. and trying to come up with something. And I remember I forgot what the other two names were. We had like three of them picked out, by the candlelight, looking up stuff in the dictionary one night. And I was trying to find like what actually describes the style that I wanted to try to create. And that was the number one pick out the three. And I said, I really love that name. So ever since then, I stuck with that name and tried to build off of the name and try to create something that's unique and different than anybody else will be in the future. I know, it takes time to get out there and actually have your music recognized and to keep, putting in work. So I had to keep on formulating and building and around that through this whole time since then.
All right. Did you first get into emceeing, like you said, Clark, Atlanta? How long was it from that?
Yeah.
How long was it from that writing session? Did it take for you to finally get in the booth and record?
I would say 4 years from that point. About 4 years later. Mm-hmm.
All right, so
and that's when, like 4 years later, actually going to go to a place and actually try to do it on my own for the first time and stuff like that. And it was interesting experience, but about 4 years.
All right, so when you finally started coming into your own with the pen and saying, you know what, I can dig this, I can do this. And when I listen to your music,
mm-hmm.
your music is, to me, it's above what someone might expect from an Alabama MC. Actually, your music is very conscious and it's very detailed and it's very uplifting.
Yeah.
What made you go that route with the pen game?
Because that's who I am. You know what I mean? I grew up, man. I didn't really get into a lot of stuff growing up that, I guess everybody else was getting into. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just basically stayed reading a lot. I always read a lot of books growing up, and used to be by myself, alone. So I used to read and meditate and study things about, third eye practices and all types of different information. And just since then, I guess it's just always been a part of me to try to do something different that comes from the soul, something that I could try to get people to relate to and to let people know it's not just about rapping about a bunch of BS. You know what I'm talking about? Like, instead of talking about a whole bunch of garbage, you know what I'm saying, 24/7, yeah, let people know that it's, it's a way to be conscious and it's a way to be cool. I mean, you can still be conscious and cool or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and just represent the real and talk about the real. It just depends on how you formulate your style and how you do it, how you set it up. So, I just want everybody to know Alabama, coming from the South, it got to be something, it's something more than just what people expect, you know what I'm saying, from the South as far as from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple other rappers that I definitely give major credit to for, building up the South scene with some kind of consciousness,
All right, what has been some of the challenges being conscious? Because I know when you listen to radio, you don't hear a lot of conscious rap. Thank God for like artists like J. Cole.
Yeah.
J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, they're definitely bringing some conscious to the table. But, a lot of people frown on conscious because like, man.
I wish Big Crit was on there a lot more. I wish he could get more play.
Yeah, Big Crit is definitely doing his thing and he's independent at this point. For you, has there ever been any times you thought about compromising your style, maybe doing some club stuff or doing some mumble rap? Have you ever wanted to compromise?
Hold up. You can't make me laugh like that. Mumble rap. He said, that's funny you call it mumble rap. They, I do, I do some club, I got club stuff, this actually just finished up a track. This is a super hard club, stripper club joint. So I'll do clubs, strippers, whatever. I'll do any type of song because that's how I built my platform to be able to, rap on anything, no matter who come at me with what. I don't care if it's country, want me to do something with them, you know, rock, alternative. It don't matter. I'll still rock it. You know what I'm saying? So anything can come out for me. But as far as mumble, nah, I don't really get down like that. You know, I like people to understand what I'm saying, and that's why I love like I still listen to a lot of old school stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And study that stuff. Like I still study and listen to Pac and study. You know, I mean, people that were classics, you know, back in the day with certain albums or whatever. I'll still go back and listen to these people. I mean, on different levels, you know what I mean? Just because they were saying something, you can understand what they were saying, and I want to kind of stick with people being able to hear what I'm saying. I don't just do it so I could just make you bounce, you know what I'm saying? I want to do both.
All right, so at this point, how do you feel like rap has changed? Because being a conscious artist, and you don't mind me calling you a conscious artist, correct?
No, that's fine.
How do you feel like the hip-hop scene, matter of fact, I don't even know if kids call it hip-hop anymore, but how do you feel like the rap game has changed? Because me, myself, personally, I understand everything fits and everything is necessary, but how do you think hip-hop has changed from when you first started and wanted to get into the game to now?
It's changed. To me, well, it's two things. It hasn't changed and it has changed. It's changed in a way where the people controlling it, you know, controlling the industry, the boule, people behind the scenes that's controlling stuff is putting their hand in too much, and they're promoting a certain type of music, you know, 24/7 with a powerful engine behind it. And just making people think that that is the way to be all the time, or that's what people think all the time, you know, listening to this stuff. But it hasn't changed as far as people coming up with their own styles, you know what I'm saying, and creativity. Because it's a lot of artists out here that I love and respect, you know, the new artists that are doing their thing, but a lot of people don't realize that a lot of these new ones that are doing good is because they have their own style, you know what I'm saying? So the whole jacking thing wasn't really like that back, you know, in the past, though people still would jump on the bandwagon, but it wasn't like a lot of artists coming out trying to sound like each other, you know what I'm saying? That's about the only difference, but people are still trying to make changes now. I think it's just the engine behind it, man. Those people controlling people like puppets, it has changed, because, you know, the hip-hop, rap, whatever you want to call it, is making a lot of money. It ain't like the same money from back in the day. And also, it's the thing about now that's up to date with, you can push your own music. It's so many vehicles to push your own music now that didn't exist back in the past. You feel me? To do whatever you want to do.
Right. Speaking of that, how do you feel, especially with the emergence of the internet and SoundCloud over the past few years? As an artist, how has that helped you? Or do you feel like it's a gift and a curse? And if so, more gift or more curse?
I don't think it's a curse. I think it's a gift. I think all of the sites where you can independently put out stuff and reach new followers all over the globe is a great thing. It's just about, you know, how hard do you push? You know, if you make good music that attracts certain people, do you connect with those people and not just look at them as another number or fan? You know what I'm saying? Do you talk to them? I think it's a great thing because you get to meet people anywhere, everywhere. The internet is a great tool, but also at the same time, you know, I like to do old school and deal with the internet. So, you know, I'll pop them out the trunk too and keep them on me anytime, keep CDs with me, you know, just to pass out whenever I'm around, you know.
Right.
So I think it's good, but still some people forget. Hey, it don't hurt to have CDs on you at times, man, because they wouldn't be making new cars with CD players if CDs didn't mean nothing. Still, you know, it's still good to do both.
Yeah, you know what's funny? And I just read an article that Best Buy is about to stop selling CDs. But I'm glad to hear that you still actually make CDs because I'm one of these people, and I'm going to be very honest, I don't think I've ever downloaded an entire project. There are a lot of projects I've never heard because they didn't make a CD, and I still actually like that physical CD. I like to be riding down the car about the wreck looking at the picture, like I still like the CD, and I feel like
no doubt. Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of people are out of work because they don't press up CDs no more.
Yeah, man. I mean, the way I look at it, like I have a CD, I have a download called this. You can download it too if you want. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm meeting somebody for the first time and trying to build my fan base, I need to have it both. Because some people wouldn't mind just going ahead popping it in to hear whatever it is instead of having to go, let me go download and do all this. It just depends. Some people, go this way, some people go that way. But if you got it, then you're not missing out on a potential fan and customer. So.
I agree. So before we have to go, because it's a 30-minute show. You have an extensive catalog. Tell me about some of your releases.
What you mean the past releases I did? Well, which ones? I guess I did a lot of when I first started actually recording and starting to put out projects. I was actually playing catch up. You know what I'm saying? Because I had been going through a lot for some years. You know what I'm saying? And being taken off the path. So I felt when I got in the studio, I was going to do playing catch up, man. I'm talking about doing 18 songs straight in a day just to throw out albums and build my category up. So the almost because there's some on the internet that's like the self-examination, self-expected albums. Those I was doing all of that to practice, and a lot of stuff I was writing and put that into play with being able to do storytelling. So a lot of that got a lot of storytelling work. Then I started putting out mixtapes like the OGFD and the Almost Famous and things to show the progression, a style, how I changed my style through the years, up to the All I Am album, which I released last year. So it all shows a progression, and that's what I wanted to show. Because, people look at your catalog, and I've looked at artist catalogs before that I was looking into, what I'm saying, that I like to look at what they were doing. And I listen to old stuff, like, Wiz Khalifa back in 2000, like he's down now, you know what I'm saying? Or any of them type of artists, Nipsey Hussle and all the, other guys doing good stuff. So it's always good to show progression.
You know what, I agree, because I actually had a chance to be on tour with Wiz Khalifa, and this was when he was with Warner Brothers, and the Wiz Khalifa then definitely doesn't sound like Wiz Khalifa now. Yeah,
from the Warner Brothers time, he sounds totally different. But he went into his studies, man, on this, and figured out a style that, that made sense to him.
All right, so you have a project out now called All I Ever Be. Tell me a little bit about that title.
Yeah, no, it's the one I'm working on, about to release, is All I'll Ever Be, which is the single Good Enough.
90 seconds.
That one right there is the first single off of this album that I'm about to drop. That's not, the project itself is not out yet, just the single.
All right, and which is a very dope single. But tell me a little bit about that title. Like, why'd you choose that title?
Which one?
All I Ever Be.
Because I went based off of the first album release, because there's actually 3 of them. The first one I released was All I Am,
60 seconds.
then All I Ever Be. Then the one after that is gonna be All I Ever Was. It dealt with a trio type of project, thinking about myself. You know what I'm saying? My spiritual self, mental self, physical, all of that coming kind of together to give everybody an explanation, period, of who I am and how I get down, and just pretty much put everything out on the table with my skills. You know what I'm saying? Like this, that's why I said the first one's called All I Am. Because this is everything that you're going to get from me. You know what I'm saying? With the other 2 projects, that's everything. That's my mind, my soul, what I feel, going as hard as I can go. For people to really get me some shine, for people to recognize who I am.
10 seconds.
That's why.
All right, the record, and I'm telling you, man, I think this record is dope. Actually, we booked this interview a couple weeks ago, and I've been playing this record every show I've done since 2 weeks ago, this Good Enough record. Tell me a little bit about this record, who produced it, the concept behind it, and tell me, will there be a video soon?
And what was the last thing you said?
And will there be a video soon?
Oh, yeah. There'll be a video for it. The video is being worked on. It definitely will be. And the producer is actually from Atlanta, named Tone Johnny. And he produced the track, and I just fell in love with it. You know what I'm saying? With him and hit the beat, his vocals, everything, and what he did. So at the time when I heard it, I was dealing with that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? With a female. So it just struck me, and I wrote it fast. I mean, I wrote it on the spot when I heard it, and that's how it came about. But I was actually experiencing that. You know, so I wanted to know if people felt the same way, and I wanted to kind of shed more light on being able to express yourself emotionally. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks try to be hard and shit all the time, just being hard and, you know, act like you ain't got no heart or something, or you can't express yourself. So I just try to express that and put it out to see if people feel the same way.
All right, what has been your response?
The response has been great. People love the song, and they really love the song. But and it's funny because each time, you know, like I show the song to certain people, you know what I'm saying, who's in the music industry about stuff, they be like, "Oh, love it." Then the next thing I show them, like, this is the follow-up. They love it even more. So I'm just like, well, that's a good thing. As long as the people can keep loving it, I'm good with that.
All right. Real quick before we get up out of here, let people know how to find you on social media, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, even if you want to drop an email address, let people know how they can get those previous releases. Let them know how to find Self-Explanatory.
And contact me anytime. I'm on Instagram at SXTheMost, SXTHEM as in mouse, OSE. I'm on Twitter at SelfXplanatory9, the number 9, SelfXplanatory. It's how you spell self-explanatory, but without the E, 9. And through there, you'll be able to contact me anytime. Or you go to my website, www.selfexplanatory.com.
All right. When can we expect this project?
Oh, the project will be finished by the summertime. It's going to be ready.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
When can
but
we
the next thing that's going to be released is another single, which, if you don't mind, I'll holler at you about the single, see if you want to play that one. You know what I mean? That one gets a lot of love. So.
Well, you know, you got my email. Just send it to me, and I'll definitely drop it and keep it in rotation. Are there any videos that people can check out, or any videos you like? Because I definitely love to post some of your videos on RidinDurty.com.
Oh, definitely. My videos is on my website. Okay. And then when you click on there, the direct link to where they go. So you can go to www.SelfXplanatory.com, and I got, you know, click on the video section, and there's a lot of videos on there. Then I got a lot of videos on. Now, you want the full videos, I would go there to my website. Okay. I'm always posting the mini videos on Instagram, too. You know what I mean?
All right. Now, you mentioned that you're an avid reader. Before we go, and before you introduce this record,
yeah, I am.
Put people on a good book to read.
A good book to read. I would say I want to say Nature of Nature. I don't know how they would find that. That's really the most major. It's a book called The Nature of Nature. You know what I'm saying? And it's a part 1, it's a part 2 of that book. But you only can find it, like, you know, in a bookstore in Brooklyn. But I was blessed with the book. You feel me? So I would say look up a book by George James. I'm trying to think of the name of the book. I can't think of it, but it's called Stolen Legacy. That's a great book. Stolen Legacy is you want me to tell about it? Like, Stolen Legacy is about how it puts out all those Greek historians and everybody, and put the truth out there on how they stole everything from Egypt. You know, the claim that they created mathematics, or the claim that they created whatever science it was, or literature, or whatever. You know what I mean? And it tells the story of each one of them where they got that information from and who they stole it from. That stolen legacy is off the chain.
Okay, all right. We'll
It's a classic, really.
All right, well, definitely, because I'm an avid reader. I'm definitely
And the Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. That's a great one too, by Shahrazad Ali. For the fellas out there, for the women too.
All right, can we expect a book soon from Self-Explanatory?
A book? It's a book that I would recommend. Oh, another one I would say is Nature's Contract. Nature's Contract is a great one that you can, the people can look up. It's on Amazon by Sario Onsakani. That's a great book.
Okay. All right.
Now, as far as for me, I'm planning on writing something for everybody that's like dealing with law. You know what I'm saying? Private law, so people can learn how to defend themselves against the law. Because I mean, we getting attacked by this law stuff, man. We've been getting destroyed by it for some time now. So I want to make it so basic, but so important that it's, you can fit it in your pocket and roll with it, and be able to know how to spit that game whenever you get pulled over by a cop, or whether you're in court dealing with something, or if you get a notice how to write up something. I plan on writing something like that I'm working on.
All right. Do me a real favor. I got tongue tied. Do me a quick favor and introduce this record, and me and you going to talk later, because I want to get that record from you.
Okay, no doubt.
Introduce this joint for me.
This song is called Good Enough, and it's off the All I'll Ever Be album that I'm releasing this summer. Check it out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is my guy, Self-Explanatory. My man is doing great things, an avid reader, and I always tell y'all we need to read more. Y'all know I've been playing this record for the past 2 weeks. Y'all check it out one more time. This is Good Enough on the Ridin Durty Show with Vic XL. My man, Self-Explanatory.
Giving my best, I wonder if I'm good now. Should I stay, should I go, I don't know. Giving my best, I don't feel like I'm good now. Should I stay, should I go, I don't know.
Am I good enough for you? This is the question I wonder. Before you say it's all over, let me explain my position. I was afraid of you leaving because of what you were speaking. You irritated, angry, frustrated at me for no reason. When in my heart of hearts, my soul, I had good intentions. Playing my part in the role of the man you envisioned. I've only had the realest, sincerest intentions. Believe it, I just want us to grow within our body, mind, and spirit. No hesitation, procrastination, be honest, you heard me. I don't want to hear you complain or see you in pain or be worried. How can I alleviated, eradicated, like medicated herbs, numbers and salves? I'm just wondering how, but you refuse, cause all of them suckers you was used to. Never cared enough about treason to put you in the view. Like binoculars, I'm high, but a helicopter for you. And a parachute, tuck and rope to the altar and choose you. For a wife, I do. The machine and clear the boulders, lay down a fresh foundation and pave the way for a vacation, cause I swear we need it. It ain't no reason we should be waiting. We both have made mistakes, for goodness sake. We need another take, so at the end of a movie we can say what we did was great. The gator couches laughing and lounging, and our private is safe. Okay, I'm rambling. I know you hate when I'm rambling, gambling with our fates, like I could just hustle our love away. But I was wrong, I admit it. Crazy, I should have been admitted. Maybe things would have been different. I'm tripping if we could just had our baby. I wonder if Nyla was here when I have been acting crazy. And mama so argumentative with daddy for trying to protect her, let her take care of her and the baby, but nothing above her. I doubt it, still about it, but we could just ride around it and keep it pushing and moving to the music as labor should. For now we just should try. I don't think you hear me, my baby mistake is out good. My country blind, chill. Giving my best, I wonder if I'm good now. Should I stay, should I go, I don't know. Giving my best, I don't feel like I'm good now. Should I stay, should I go, I don't know. Should I stay, should I go?
I'll admit that. You know, we make these changes for the better, man. For the most positive. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna ride this out together.
Should I stay? Should I stay? Should I go?
I'ma stay. We gon' ball together. We go hard together.
Should I stay? Should I go?
We gon' ball together. We gon' ride forever. Yeah.
It's your boy Vic XL.
Solomon and Makita, we gon' ball together. Let me get your mouth agree. We gon' hard
Sunday night
together.
edition.
Like Bonnie and Clyde, baby,
Back
we gon'
tomorrow.
ride forever.
I got a dope author gonna be on the line. Should I stay? Should I go? I know I gotta go. Your boy Vic XL. We up out of here. One time for my man Self-Explanatory. We ghost.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.